Today we'll be going over before and after and doing 2 story problems. Materials needed: pencil and some paper. Just like we did in our lesson yesterday, we're going to prep a piece of paper we've got a box in the middle and then 2 lines before it and 2 lines after. So go ahead and pause the video here so you guys can get that ready. I have 4 of them set up. So I have my paper ready. I hope you guys too. What we're going to do the before and after is we're going to write a number in the middle, and then our friends are going to write the 2 numbers that come after and then the 2 numbers that come before. All right? So the first number that we're going to get a little bit harder each one. So the first number we're going to write in the box is 9. So we're going to go ahead and write what comes after 9 and then what comes after that. You're writing 2 different numbers. I'll give you a little time. Go ahead. What comes after 9? 10. And if you can't figure out what goes there right away, let's count. Let's say our numbers: 9, 10, 11. Now, what are the 2 numbers that come before 9? We really want to try and practice being able to say the number that comes right before without having to count forwards or backwards. But if we're still having a little trouble, we can count back from 11. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. When they get that done, let's count forward, starting here, and then we'll count backwards. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, we're going to work on the next one now. We're going to get a little bit higher, right? So we're going to write the number 13. 13. Some of us are still having a little trouble in our teens, so this is a good practice. We have to think about what number comes after 13. 13. 14, and what comes after 14? 13, 14, 15. Remember, as we're going, if you know it already, you can start filling it in. You don't have to wait for me. What comes before 13? This is a little tricky. 15, 14, 13. 12. And what comes before 12? 11. Let's count forwards and backwards. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. We're going to move on to the next one. But before we do, parents, I over here wrote a little chart. So if our friends are having a little bit trouble figuring out what numbers come before, you can write them a number chart, and then they can use this for help. So our next number that's going to go in our box here will be 16. 16. So we're going to write the 2 numbers that come after first. What 2 numbers come after 16? Remember, you can use the chart for help, but after numbers tend to be a little bit easier than before. 16. 16, 17. Good. Now, what 2 numbers come before 16? I can use my chart for help, right? I find 16, and then I think about what comes before, what comes in front of it. 16, 15. 5 comes before 6, right? 18, 17, 16, 15, I see 15 here. What comes before it? 14, right? So now let's count forwards and backwards. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Last one, we're going to do a little bit of a tricky one, 21. Okay, and I have the chart over here. You can always use that for help, right? What two numbers come before and what two numbers come after. So what comes after 21? 21, 20, 2, 21, 22, 20. You got it, 23. This is the tricky part here. What comes before 21? Let's look at our chart. If you can, point to the 21. Now, what comes before it? We know 22 comes after, right? Before is in front of. What comes before 21? 20 comes right before 21. Last one, what comes before 20? Let's look at our chart again. This is tricky because we're crossing a decade. So I find 20 on my chart. There's 20. We know 21 comes after. So let's go back to 20. What comes before 20? What comes in front of it? 19, right? 19 comes before 20. Let's count forwards and backwards. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now let's count back. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. Good work, everybody. This part is our two-story problems, and we are going to do them around major today. All right, so today what we're going to do is I'm going to read the whole story problem to you. So then if you want to try and solve it ahead of time, solve it and write your equation, you can do that. I'm going to read you the whole thing, then we'll go back and we'll do it together. All right, so Major was playing with 7 dinosaurs. Remember to have your paper or something ready to draw, right? Major was playing with 7 dinosaurs. He gave 4 of them to his friends. He gave 4 to his friends. How many dinosaurs does he have left? Let me read that one more time. Major was playing with 7 dinosaurs. He gave 4 to some friends. How many dinosaurs does he have left? All right, so how many does he start with? Major had 7 dinosaurs. Let's go ahead and do that. If you haven't done it already, let's do it now. Remember, you can always go ahead and work ahead of me a little bit, and then you can check your answers with me, right? So Major had 7 dinosaurs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He gave 4 to friends. So I'm not going to add more, am I? Because he didn't get more. He gave 4 of these away. Major gave 4 to his friends, right? How many does he have left? How many don't have lines on them? I can see it, can you? All right, let's write our equation on the bottom, all right? So if you haven't done so yet, I'm hoping that we're gonna write the equation together. How many dinosaurs did Major start with? He started with 7. How many did he give to friends? 4. How many does he have left? I can see over here how many? 3. Now, are we going to put a plus or a minus in that box? We're going to put a minus because we took away, we crossed off. Let's read our equation together. 7 minus 4 equals 3. Good work. Okay, last story problem. Major kicked the soccer ball 8 times at recess. Major kicked the soccer ball 8 times. So go ahead and draw that on your board or your paper. Major kicked the ball 8 times. He kicked the ball 2 more times. He kicked the ball 2 more times. So if we had 8 to start with, right? He kicked the ball 2 more times. More is the key word there. Those are his 2 more times, right? How many times did Major kick the soccer ball all together? How many times all together, right? Let's write our equation below. How many times did Major start by kicking the ball? That's how many we drew on the top, right? I'm going to write my equation down here so you can't see, and then we'll do it together, and we'll see if we match. So how many did he start with? Write that number. Don't worry about plus or minus yet. How many more times did he kick? That's your next row. Write that number. Equals how many all together? Let's count them. Let's see if ours match so far, right? So I have 8 he started with. 2 more times he kicked equals 10 altogether. So we're going to put a plus or a minus sign in that box. Did we add more or take away? We added more. So let's read our equation together. 8 plus 2 equals 10. Good work, everybody. All right, that concludes lesson number 8. I will see you guys tomorrow for lesson number 9. Have a good rest of your day.